So friends, hope everyone's doing well. I'm in beautiful Iceland today, so scenic here. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the UFC fight on the lawn of the White House. And, give you guys my opinions and thoughts on that. When I heard about this, I'm not really much into UFC. I know a lot of people love it, so I'm not here to judge or anything, but listen to what I have to say regardless of if you like it or if you don't. But the UFC fight on the lawn of the White House made me draw some really big comparisons to the Roman Empire and the gladiators. And the gladiator fights were put on by the Roman Empire, by the Roman emperors to kind of appease the masses. And basically, two people got into a ring and beat each other till death, or they would throw in some animals and they would have to fight the animals. And UFC is, pretty similar to that. They're basically putting two people in a ring. They nearly beat each other to death, maybe not quite to death, but that's pretty much it. And it's really put on to appease the masses. And to have that on the lawn of the White House really kind of showcased where we are now in the American Empire. And another thing that really reminded me of that and kind of made the similarities between where we are in America and the Roman Empire was that I thought about Crassus. So Crassus was a Roman general that he was dubbed the richest man in Rome. He became the richest man in Rome by being a property speculator. And he was part of the triumvirate, the first triumvirate between him, Pompey, and Caesar. So before Caesar became like the emperor of Rome, he was in this triumvirate. Triumvirate just means like a three legs, and Rome was basically run by three people instead of one. And these were the three people: Crassus, Pompey, and Julius Caesar. And Crassus saw that Pompey was winning victory after victory, and he kind of became jealous of his victories, and he was like, okay, well, I need to gain a quick victory too. And he ruled over Syrian Rome area. And so he thought that he would just go to the Persian Empire, which was the neighboring, and the Persians were very rich. And he wanted to go, secure a quick victory, and get some gains and get some riches, get some gold. And he thought it was going to be a very quick victory. And lo and behold, he goes to the Persian Empire. He's defeated by the Parthians, which was the name of the Persian dynasty at that time. And when he's defeated, he's brought before the king. And the king says, oh, you came here looking for gold. They basically melt some gold. This is a gruesome warning. If you don't want to hear this, maybe fast forward like 20 seconds. They melt some gold and they put it down his throat. And he dies like that. And that also reminded me of Donald Trump. Donald Trump looking for a quick victory. He went and he attacked Iran. And he now has to swallow this bitter poison pill that he cooked up for himself. And he has to swallow molten gold, which he's doing right now with this agreement that he's cooked up. So anyways, the similarity between Crassus being the richest man in Rome, Donald Trump being a property developer, the gladiator fights, UFC fight on the White Lawn. Oh, and one more thing was that Crassus is the one who actually defeated the slave revolt, and the revolt was led by a man named Spartacus. There's actually a movie called Spartacus, but the movie Gladiator is roughly based off of that also. So interesting, bit of history. But all these similarities just really, really kind of honed in for me that what we're looking at right now, this is probably like peak American empire time. you know. And after this, you know, after Crassus died, and then Pompey and Caesar had their own battles, and Caesar won. I mean, honestly, after that, Rome kind of became just like this place of decadence and corruption, and you know, of course, it was still around for, I don't know, hundreds of years after that, but it really never captured the glory and the essence that it had before. And I just feel like this UFC fight on the White House lawn and this fight with Iran, really, like, this is peak American empire. Like, after this, I just have a feeling we're just going downhill. I hope not, because I live in America, but the similarities are just too much. It's too much to think that we're going uphill after this. I just feel like there's a lot of downhill to go. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. Love you guys.